Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vicky. If you are new, welcome. My channel is everything pregnancy related at the moment: motherhood, beauty, fashion, travel, fitness. If you like what you see, I would love you to stick around. So today's video is going to be my 29 and 30 week pregnancy update. It is also going to be a bit of a life update. And I also thought I would answer a few questions. A while ago I put a question on my Instagram saying what subject would you like me to do a Q&A video on, because that got quite a lot of interest. And I had about 4 or 5 questions, so I thought it's not that many, I'll incorporate it into this and just kind of make it a little bit fun. So before we start, I am almost at my 1k. Actually, let me check. Yeah, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if you are new to my channel, I set myself a target of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of June. So I started in March, so I gave myself 3 months to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm totally overwhelmed with the fact that I've actually got that. It hasn't gone without a bit of help from my lovely friend Lucy Carter, who's given me a shout out. So a lovely lady called Lucy. I'll link both of their YouTube channels in the description box below. Oh, they're both called Lucy. Another girl called Lucy. So 2 Lucys have given me a shout out on their channel, which has been amazing and I really appreciate it. But thank you all so much. Now, I just thought it would be quite fun to do, add a little giveaway. So to celebrate me hitting 1,000, I would like to send somebody a Primark voucher with a value of £25. All you have to do to enter is to make sure you're subscribed to my channel. You also follow me over on Instagram, which I'll put now. So just comment on this video to say that you've entered and also your Instagram name so that I can then contact you, can arrange to send it out to you. So that probably sounds a bit mad, but I just thought I really appreciate everyone that has followed me so far, and I think every time I hit a milestone, maybe the next one will be like 5k, wishful thinking, but when I hit a milestone I'm thinking of doing a little giveaway. So yeah, £25 Primark voucher, so get subscribing, also follow me on Instagram and commenting this video. So 30 weeks, well 29 and 30 weeks pregnant. These are quite boring because it's like, what's changed? Not much. My bumps got massive, I think. I went to my midwife appointment not last Monday, the Monday before, and I am measuring above average. A lot of people say to me, oh, your bump's just like a little football, but I think actually the point that they measure from like the front of your bump down, so like the highest point is that I'm over the 50th centile. So Oscar was £8.10. I think this baby's probably going to be quite sizable as well, probably long like Oscar. I can't remember how long he was, but he was pretty long. I have decided that if I get to 38 weeks and I am off the scale in terms of measurements, that I am going to ask to be induced at that point rather than waiting another 4 weeks and potentially giving birth to a 10, 11 pound baby. I know there are some amazing women out there that have done that, but I am just not about that. I just don't want to have such a huge baby, but you never know, I could actually go into labour before then, so we shall see. How I'm feeling, feeling fine, just tired. I do get extra tired. My husband said to me last night, we put Oscar to bed and I said, can we just go to bed? And he was like, what? And I said, well, just go and sit in bed at least, and chill out and then go to sleep. And we did turn the lights off at like 9 PM, which is really early for me. And he was like, why do you think you're so tired? You had loads of sleep last night. I was like, I just think the baby's taken it out of me today. You know, some days you can't really explain why you're tired, but the other reason is I don't sleep properly. I wake up a lot to go to the toilet, and also just to turn over in the bed, which I've explained loads of times. So that's about it really. I have got this mad sudden craving for sugar-free fizzy drinks. It's fizzy as well, squash just isn't cutting it, and I never liked fizzy drinks before, so it's really weird. Yeah, and I know it's not the best because I know they've got sweeteners in them, so I just need to research that I'm not doing my baby any harm by drinking them. And I'll probably speak to the midwife just to check, and if I am, obviously I'll cut it out, because it's not like I'm actually thinking about one now. It isn't. Yeah, I do get a real urge to drink them, but obviously if I was harming my baby, I would cut that out instantly. Any other symptom? Backache. I keep getting a bit of backache in my lower back. I say I keep getting it. I don't get it every day, but there are some days that I do, and yeah, it's a little bit sore and I just need a little bit of a massage at the bottom of my back. So yeah, that's that. Now I'm going to go on my baby centre app and I'm going to have a look and see where I should be at 29 and 30 weeks. So it just says that at 29 weeks it talks about the tiredness and how it's caused by not being able to sleep properly, but also it could be caused by low iron levels. Now I did have slightly low iron levels with Oscar, but it was really funny. They were like, we're not going to put you on supplements yet, we're going to see what your iron levels are like next week, go and see if you can do some like natural changes. I literally went home and I ate a whole thing of broccoli, because they've got loads of iron in them, and a steak. So I literally just kept eating green veg. So yeah, there are ways in which you can get your iron up naturally without having to take supplements. I didn't want to take the supplement because I've heard that it gives you a horrible stool. So yeah, I didn't want to take that. The other thing it says in your 29th week is the dreams. So your dreams, you can have weird dreams, bizarre dreams. Yeah, I definitely have been having some really strange dreams. We have a little bit of an issue with one of our neighbours at the moment with our planning permission, and I had such a weird dream about them the other night. I woke up and I actually thought it was real. I was like, oh my goodness, did that happen? But it didn't. And I suppose it's things that are playing on your mind in the day. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go on to 30 weeks because there wasn't much on there. Okay, so at 30 weeks, your baby is big as a cabbage. Obviously I'll show you my bump in a minute so you'll be able to see that. Okay, so your baby is 39.9 centimetres from head to heel, 0.9 pounds, which is still tiny, isn't it? If you shine a torch at your bump, you may feel your baby respond. So your amniotic fluid surrounding your baby has been increasing every week, but this has been slowing as your baby gets bigger. Oh, so by the time you give birth, your amniotic fluid actually reduces, I assume, because there's not enough room. So you have about 1 pint of amniotic fluid. It says about getting your nursery ready. Now, I mentioned a minute ago that we're having problems with our planning permission. We were meant to start an extension at the beginning of May. We're now like the middle to the end of June and we haven't even got the planning permission yet. So gutted about that. That will come into my life update in a minute, but we don't have a nursery at the moment. There is a room that could be a nursery, but it's totally wrecked because the roof leaks. That's another like issue. So there's no point decorating it or getting stuff in there. I'm not too fussed because this is our second baby. I think with your first baby you want everything to be perfect. You want the room ready and stuff like that. But I know that he's going to be with us for at least 6 months. Oscar was in our room until he was like 9 months old, and he still is now. But I'm not too worried. I know that we'll get there, and yeah, I'm not that fussed. I'm getting all the stuff ready. I haven't packed my hospital bag yet. I must do that. I'll do a video on that. So pregnancy symptoms at 30 weeks. Again, talking about sleep, pressure on your bladder. Yes, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to say this one. I constantly feel like I need a wee. And then when I go to the toilet, it's hardly anything. It's so frustrating because I feel desperate. And the thing with me is I can't I'm a bit strange. Like if I feel like I need a wee, I can't eat my dinner. If I feel like I need a wee, like I can't go into a shop. Like I can't do normal things because I'm like, I can't stop thinking about needing a wee. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it just makes me feel uncomfortable. But yeah, when I go, I'm like, oh my gosh, is that it? So yeah, that's really annoying. And that's it really. So I'm gonna show you my bump. Now, I didn't really think about this outfit properly. I've got a jumpsuit on. Not sure I can take it down because obviously you're gonna see my bra. I don't know, but you don't need to see it. You can see it through here, look. So there is my bump. Pretty sizable, as you can see. I'll show you obviously without my clothes on. Well, not without my clothes on, but I'll show it out in the next one. Haven't got any stretch marks yet. I'm still using my Clarins oil most nights, not every night because I do forget, but you can see I've used like a lot of it, so that should probably last me till the end of the pregnancy. So I've been using that most nights on my bump, and that is the Clarins Huel Tonic. I will link it in the description box below. It smells lovely. It's like lavender, so when you put it on at night before bed, which is what I do, it kind of like I don't know, I just like it. I think it kind of makes you sleepy. And then I am still using every single day my Palmer's cocoa butter, and I genuinely do use that every day, but I think I said before in my video, I use this on my skin anyway. Every time I have a shower, my skin is very sensitive. I've got about 3 bottles in the house, and I use it all over arms, legs, bump, bum, everything. So that's that. So that is my 29-30 week pregnancy update. A little bit boring, not much information there. Maybe it will help some of you, certainly with the going to the toilet and obviously not sleeping. So yeah, that is that. Now, my life update. Where do I start? I decided to take early maternity. So if you are new to my channel, I ran a hair extension business for 5 years. I started it after I had my son, and it was very successful, but first and foremost, I didn't enjoy it. Secondly, it was becoming a bit of a drag, and I just felt that I needed to have more time to do the things I enjoy, and that is talking to you guys. And also just all the other things I've got going on in my life, you know. I didn't have time for it. I spoke about it previously, so I'm not going to talk about it loads. But anyway, went on early maternity. I did my final client last Wednesday evening. I have got like 3 or 4 booked in over the course of the next 2 months just for a removal, because I wasn't just going to leave them in the lurch. But I've handed over to my lovely friend Michelle, and she is going to be doing all of my clients, and she's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really, really happy about that. Feeling amazing. I don't get that dread every time I get up. I still feel my week, like I filled my week last week so full, like I was constantly like out doing stuff, having appointments booked, filming videos, editing videos, taking photos. Like, I know it sounds silly, and like you guys probably think, well, that's not that, I know there's probably a stigma around it, but like, well, that's not really like work. And you know, I'm not getting paid for this at the moment, so I'm doing it because I really, really, really enjoy it. And I'm hoping obviously it becomes a business one day. If it doesn't, fine, but that's the plan. Secondly, I spoke about my house. So we were meant to have planning permission on the house at the beginning of May. Unfortunately, our neighbours have massively complained about it. Now, both sides of our neighbours are not happy about an aspect of the build, so we put in 2 sets of plans. One's for the house to extend, one to build above the garage. Most people have objected to building above the garage, which I understand. It would be an eyesore, it would overlook some people's gardens, and we're not too fussed about it. The original kind of idea was maybe to have my hair room up there, but obviously that's gone. The second idea was to have a gym up there. As you know, guys, I am obsessed with the gym, and I do need to get a home gym, because with 2 children, I just don't think it's going to be practical going as much as I used to go. But anyway, we're not that fussed about the garage, because there are things we can do. We can put a building in the garden. We can put, like, you know, like a, not a shed, but like a glorified shed, summer house, insulated summer house to put a gym in there, which is probably the route we'll go down. The thing we most need to do is to extend the house, and we are absolutely desperate to do it. Now, it's not going to add any bedrooms. We currently have a 4-bed house, but it is a cottage. It's a Victorian cottage, and the rooms at the back are tiny. The roof also like slopes down like that, so the head height's not great. And our bathroom, we have 1 bathroom in this 4-bed house. Bearing in mind there'll be 5 people living under this roof. We have 1 bathroom that has a 3/4 bath, so it's not even a full-size bath. I don't know how I'm gonna get 3 children in it. Now, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, your house is lovely, you've got loads of space. No, that's fine, but there are things that we want to improve. So the one thing is having a big master suite for me and Simon with an ensuite, and then a family bathroom upstairs, raising the roof height so that the back of the house is normal height, and also adding a utility, which I'm really excited about, a utility downstairs and a downstairs loo. We did have a downstairs loo, but when we did our kitchen renovation, we got rid of it because we knew we were always going to extend and put one in. I'm babbling a bit, but basically I'm just trying to let you know what's going on. So we, unfortunately, one side of our neighbours, just being very difficult, don't want us to do the extension, which means the local councillor has got involved. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. We are not proposing to do a monstrous extension. When we bought the house, it came with planning permission to do a double-storey extension across the whole back of the house. We are proposing to put a double-storey extension in just a small section of the house because we can't really afford to go the whole way across. So we thought it would just go through. Obviously it hasn't, so we are just going through the process. I think we will get planning permission at some point. I don't think it will be for the original plans we put in. I think we'll have to alter them slightly, which is fine. Quite happy to do that. That is where we are at with our extension. So hopefully I'll have a more positive update for you when I next do my life update. The house, my job. The final thing I'm going to talk about on my life update is, I don't know if any of you have been following me on Instagram, but basically recently I have been going for some consultations for my teeth, which I plan to film. Now I've got a ring light on here and it makes my teeth look like perfect. Let me come closer to the camera. So you're all still going to think they look perfect, but these two teeth here, this one here and this one here, cross over. Can you see? They cross over there, and these two middle ones cross over, and then at the bottom these four are a bit crooked. So I know it's not awful, but basically I've just been interested in getting some sort of brace to straighten them up, and that's it. So I'm not going for any like major cosmetic work. Once they have finished straightening them, I may get them to composite bond the edges so that they're like better, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I had braces when I was like 14 or 15. I never wore a retainer and they went back, and it's always bugged me. And it sounds silly because I know you can't see it on here, but when I take certain photos, I just don't like it. It's an insecurity of mine. So I am going to have Invisalign. I'm actually going to phone the dentist in a minute and book my treatment in because I've chosen my dentist, which I will put in a separate video. So that's that. Finally, I am going to go on to, I'm sorry, this is like a really long video, isn't it? I maybe should have done it separately, but I just felt like the things I'm talking about, if I'd have done it separately, wouldn't have, like, it just wouldn't have flowed. So I am going to, literally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 questions. One of them is pregnancy symptoms, so I'm not going to answer that one because I've already answered it earlier, so that goes down to 4. Okay, so the first one says, how many times do you work out a week since being pregnant? On average, I would say 3 times. I would say I go on the treadmill twice and I go to the gym once to do legs. I'm gonna try this week to do a bit more. I found it really hard to get up early in the morning to go to the gym. I'm gonna do a separate video on like how I motivate myself for the gym. But yeah, that is the answer to that question. So at the moment, it's about 3 times. The second question was how you juggle work and children life and mum guilt for having free time. So, obviously previous to this video, like 2 weeks ago, I was not full-time, so I had Mondays off, but I pretty much every other day I was fully booked with my hair extensions. I also did 1 evening a week, so I did a Wednesday. I also did my workouts. I also was filming my YouTube videos. If I'm honest with you, I'm not really sure how I did it. I was very tired. I was running myself into the ground a bit. The thing with me is I've got a very obsessive personality. So if I put my mind to something and I decide I'm gonna do something, I have to do it, and it doesn't matter what it takes. So if that means that my washing didn't get done for a week, then that's what it meant. If it meant that I only had 6 hours sleep a night, then that's what it meant. And I know that's not the best way to go about things, especially when you're pregnant, but I just had to squeeze it in. So, you know, if you want to work out but you've got to be at work for 9 AM and you've got to drop the kids at breakfast club for 8:30, then you go to the gym at 6 AM. It's pretty simple, I think, personally. You get up earlier if you want to go to the gym. If you don't want to, that is totally fine. Or you do an evening class when your husband or boyfriend, partner, whatever, is home from work. There are ways in which you can fit things in. So fitness, for me, I always squeeze into things. Work, obviously, I worked school hours. I was really lucky. Well, actually 2 days a week, I put Oscar into after school club. So one of the days he does like sports after school, so he absolutely loves it. He would stay till about 5 o'clock. So I would work like 2 full days till like 5 or 6. And then I would just pick him up at normal time on the other day. So that's how I juggled that. And mum guilt for having free time. This is something I don't really get. I don't really get mum guilt. I mean, the free time I get now is when Oscar's at school, so I definitely don't feel guilty for that because he's at school. The free time that I had before, like maybe like shopping trips, or like obviously before I was pregnant I would have nights out. No, I don't feel guilty. I think we should all, you know, if you've got a supportive partner or family that, you know, that can look after the children, that's fine. That said, I did get that when my baby was small, and I will probably get that again. When they're little and they really depend on you and need you, it is hard. But when they're like 4, 5, 6, they understand. Yeah, Oscar would never have me leave. He always says, no, take me with you. But I know he's fine. I know he's fine with his dad or with his auntie, whatever he's doing. I know he's happy and he's fine. So as long as my child's all right, I'm all right. But then I can't speak for having a baby, so we'll see. What do you like to do in the evenings to chill and unwind when the kids are in bed? Well, like I just said, previous to this week, I was probably working. I was probably editing a video. So was I chilling? No, not really. On the rare occasion that we do have like nothing booked and we are chilling, to be honest, we just sit on the sofa. We just relax on the sofa. I always make sure I've done all my like housework before I go to bed, like before I sit down. I know that probably sounds mental, but I have to make sure that like there's no washing up on the side, and I've hoovered the floor. That makes me feel good. And then I sit down with Simon. Sometimes we watch a programme together. We're actually rubbish at watching TV. I'm not watching Love Island at the moment, not because I don't like it, I just genuinely haven't had the time. But at the moment we are just like sitting and like, probably, if I'm honest, I'm like on my laptop, and then he's like sat there watching a bit of TV. So we do just sit and chill out. To be honest, we should do more, but that's all that we do. So yeah. Do you use fake tan very often, and what tan do you use? Someone has already asked me to do a video on my fake tan routine. Yes, I fake tan once a week on a Friday. So it is now Monday. I am fake tanned up. This is Bondi Sands. I also use the cheap brand St. Moritz, but I will talk all about what fake tans I use and why and when I do that video. So that is it. That is all the questions I got on my Q&A. I'm sorry if this was a bit of a boring video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. And don't forget the competition, £25 Primark voucher. Like and subscribe. Go over to my Instagram and follow me on there, and comment on this video to say that you have done so, and put your Instagram name so that I can contact you. So yeah, thank you all again for watching, and thank you for all my subscribers. I hope to see you all soon. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.